What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Macho Movie Madness. I'm your host, Brandon. Alongside me always is Chris and Andrew.
Hello, people.
And we finally made it past the holidays, all the food, all the movies, all the bullshit. And we are here now to talk about more bullshit.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Happy New Year, bitches.
Yeah. I'm tired of these Hoth-like conditions we're in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's going to be negative 25 wind chill here in a couple days. That's going to be fucking awesome.
that ain't bad.
No, I can live through it.
That ain't that bad.
As long as no one's
I've had
pipes
worse.
are bursting. It's no big deal.
Find a tauntaun to...
Yeah, that's what I was gonna... Yeah, I'm just going to find a tauntaun, cut him open, lay down inside.
That's right. Just steam it off.
Yep.
Make a little place for a man to hide.
Yep.
Those are terrible Star Wars references. But they fit because we're going to talk about Star Wars.
But they are Star Wars.
We got plenty of Star Wars to talk about here. Yep. Okay, so we figured before we get to the newer ones, we better start with the old. And I'd say instead of going, what do you guys want to talk? You want to talk the prequels first, then? Just go in chronological order instead of release order. Or do we want to go originals first?
I'm fine with that, or I can either way, and or either. Doesn't matter.
I just want to know what you're feeling. I mean, this is our show, baby. What are you feeling?
I got strong feelings. If you want to talk about prequels,
What kind of feelings?
they're not good. I'll tell you that.
Either way you talk about the prequels, it's going to be a stumbling block.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of bad in the prequels. Let's go ahead and talk about the prequels and just to get the bad out of the way.
Okay. Let's stumble out the gate.
We like to bitch anyway. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
It's one of my favorite things to do. It's one of the only things I'm good at.
Oh, bitching?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
I was pretty excited for the Phantom Menace because I don't know if you guys remember, but they had re-released the originals in '97.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I got to watch.
I got those actually right over there in the gold box set.
Yeah.
Awesome. I got to watch A New Hope on the big screen, like when it came out, and I don't know if it must not have went over all that great because I don't remember our theater getting the rest of them. But yeah, that was kind of the high point.
Yeah.
Well, and that was crazy too. Like, going back and watching all because I didn't go to theaters to watch it. I wait till it came out on DVD, or I guess it was VHS at the time. But I think I can remember the buzz though.
Oh, yeah.
I can remember it being like shit everywhere.
Yep.
Darth Maul's face is everywhere. That little kid that played Anakin, whoever his fucking name was, I can't remember. He's got problems now, like most child actors.
I'm gonna call him Doo-Doo Head.
Doo-Doo Herd.
Force boop him on the head.
I'm gonna force boop you.
Yep.
I just remember seeing Darth Maul everywhere. I'm like, oh my god, this is a scary, cool looking fucking guy.
Can't wait.
I know that was, and he still became my favorite part of that movie. But I remember the craziness of how everybody felt. Everybody was like going back and watching old videos and like documentaries and shit of people's reactions to the movie and how bad they were and stuff.
Yeah.
But leading up to that, it was exciting.
Yeah.
This was the first Star Wars film in fucking 15 years, and and everyone was like, "Oh my god, this is happening!"
Even the pod racing scenes, like before the movie came out, you're like, "I don't know what this is, but I'm excited about it."
Yeah,
and
everyone gets in there and they're like, "Oh," like you sit down and you're like, "Wow, could this actually be bad? This is bad.
Yeah.
Like this is bad."
Well, that was my whole thing was before the
George
prequels,
Lucas knew it was bad.
Before the prequels, I was which I mean we were both really little when they came out, but
I was like fucking 10.
Yeah, I think so.
We were
when
like
the Phantom Menace came out, I think
10 or 11, 10 or 11.
And but I was already assuming at that point that George Lucas couldn't make a bad movie. Like I was.
Oh, you're young.
I just assumed that every single movie George Lucas made was going to be pure gold.
Yeah, it's Star Wars, man.
And then I seen this, and I wanted to throw up.
Yeah,
because I was like. I was very, very, very mad.
Really?
And
see,
I was very mad.
See, my feelings weren't so strong about it back then. Like
mine were.
Mine wasn't strong enough back then. I guess because I liked the other ones.
Really?
But I was like, man, was it something that I could sit through and watch it over and over again? No, but I watched all the Darth Maul scenes over and over again. Yeah. I kind of like back then. I had way different feelings. So I liked Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
I liked Obi-Wan's character. I didn't really care about Anakin that much, but I knew who he was going to be. And but I love fucking Darth Maul.
Yeah.
And to this day, he is still the saving grace of that movie for me.
Yeah. Well, see, I actually do really like Obi-Wan in all 3 of the prequels.
Yeah. Oh, well, Ewan McGregor's awesome.
I think
as Obi-Wan.
I think Ewan McGregor's is an amazing Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't care about, like, he makes it to where I care about 25% of the characters. Without him, it'd be like I would only care about like 10%.
Like 10% of the characters.
Yeah, because Darth Maul was only in the movie like 10 minutes.
I can remember going and seeing it, and like halfway through, going, man, this is really boring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like all the political backstory stuff.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I mean, back then it was boring because I was a kid, but the fun parts, like, I liked. The pod racing stuff was all right, and I didn't really hate it back then. And all the saber battles and stuff were really cool. They were a lot flashier and crazier than what we've seen in the originals, right?
Yeah.
But as I got older, and I started watching it, and I'm like, I see what the
political
deal is.
intrigue,
like political intrigue, and I like politics, but this is not like it was okay at first, but it is boring. It's not what people go to Star Wars to see. Like you should tone down the political thing. You should tone down what's going on between the Republic and the Senate and stuff like that. And I just think that all that shit should be toned down just a little bit, and then get back into the action, get back into the the Sith versus shit. And they did gradually move on from that.
Yeah.
But
and they re-released. Did they re-release all the prequels in 2014 or just this one? Because I can remember they re-released it in 3D, and I actually went and saw it with my son. And I thought,
yes, they did.
They released all of them.
I think it was. I know Phantom Menace for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if the other two got released. I know Phantom Menace did.
I watched it objectively, knowing what I was going into, and I'm like, it's not as bad as I remembered. It's not good.
Right.
But
right.
It's not my least favorite of this series by a long shot.
Yeah. And for the longest time, it was kind of in order. Phantom Menace was the worst. And it gradually got better.
Yeah.
But now I like it better than I do too.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
and it's just because of certain things about it. Even though there was a lot of boring shit in one, there was far better scenes and cooler characters in one. Just like I said, Darth Maul and Qui-Gon were cool enough for me.
Yeah.
Than most of Attack of the Clones. It was fucking boring.
Yeah.
It wasn't even boring. It was retarded.
It's too bad that this predates Taken, because I would love to have heard Qui-Gon Jinn talk to Darth Maul in his Taken voice.
Yeah.
Well, I
will kill you.
First of all, I hate the midichlorian thing.
Midichlorians,
yeah. That's retarded. Like,
well, they definitely went a
just
different
because of that, I think George Lucas shouldn't have anything to do with Star Wars.
With anything. Ever again.
Oh no, I think because of Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, he shouldn't be allowed to even touch a fucking film ever again. He shouldn't even be allowed on set.
Yeah, no, I don't want him alive.
Yeah, exactly. I want him in a gulag somewhere.
While we're just being extreme here, let's just let's really bitch.
No, but really, the midichlorian thing, or midichlorians, or whatever they call them, is that, like,
this is why you shouldn't explain things away.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
The idea of
you can over-explain
the idea of the midichlorians or midichlorians or however they say it.
Midichlorians, yeah.
The idea of that sums up the prequels all in just that one thing. Stupid. Too much. They tried to explain too much away. They didn't need it. It was better off left to our imagination.
I agree.
I think
we
shouldn't have even got the prequels.
Here's the thing.
I think.
Well, I mean, I'm glad we did, but we should have been different. But here's the thing: but the concept of the Force is easy enough.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
we didn't have to go through that bullshit.
No, I think they should have left it a religious thing.
It should be. But I mean, here's the thing: like, the Force isn't everything. The Force is literally everything together. It's nature, right? It's what it is. It's the Force,
all encompassing.
Exactly. That's easy enough to know whether you're religious or not.
Yep.
Right? You know what I mean? And some are more sensitive than the others. And then that's an easy enough concept. Just stick with that shit.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't understand. And it wasn't just that either. It was everything was like that.
Okay, so let's move on to some of the other things about one though. Like, what was the worst thing? First off, what was the worst stuff about the film? Did you like the style? How about the style? Did you like the style at all?
Nah, not really. You know what really bothered?
Or was it just the CGI?
What really bothered me as a kid about episode 1 was that everything, all the ships just looked different.
They did.
And I hated it. I hated the way they looked.
Well, like when I was,
and that was just something that a young 10-year-old kid would.
Well, right, me too. Well, you look at them now. Even now, you could go back and watch them, and you look at them, and you're like, it's like this is supposed to be 30, 40 years before the originals.
Yeah.
And it's like they had. It's like they had better, more technological advancements in the past than they did in the future.
Yeah, that was
which would only make sense as if everything literally fell and they had to go back. But that's not how it worked. No. You know what I mean? No. So like the style visually, I thought was different and neat. They have their own feel to them.
Yeah.
So in a way, that's okay. In a way, I like it, but in a way, it has nothing to do. It doesn't feel like it's even the same fucking universe.
I think the prequels, all 3 of them, I think are extremely cookie cutter.
They are.
Like
they all fit together really well.
Maximum.
They all fit together really well because of that.
They spoon fed all 3 movies straight to us. You didn't. There was no imagination to it.
Yeah.
Like.
Which is funny because everybody's blaming Disney right now.
I know. But that's
because they're so cookie cutter.
I don't get how people can complain about the ones that have been coming out lately after seeing the prequels. And there's people that are saying the prequels are better.
Oh my!
Yeah, there is. I've seen the comments that people are saying.
Oh, it's insane. We'll get into that in a little bit. Maybe on the next one.
To me, the worst part's not even Jar Jar Binks.
Oh no.
I'm not even.
Well.
I mean, he's not great, but he's fodder for everybody who doesn't like these movies.
Here's the thing: I think he is, in my opinion, is the worst thing about it, or
really?
one of the worst things. But it doesn't make it a bad film.
I think Hayden Christensen is the worst thing about these movies.
My poor namesake.
Yeah.
To me, the worst thing, the political stuff just drug.
Really? It did drag.
I give 2 shits about that stuff when I'm going to see a Star Wars movie. And I understand you need it to progress the story.
Yeah.
But I felt like they spent too long getting this guy out and getting Palpatine in. And
seeing Queen Amidala was weird,
Yeah.
Like that, like in the first, and it's funny how different she was. And like the first one, she had the fucking makeup, and she was really young.
I did like. Was it the first one where they faked her death, or the second one?
Yeah, I think it was the first. Wasn't it the first one?
I can't remember, but I like that scene. I thought that was
the second.
Cool. That might have been.
Was it the second one?
I think it was.
Hey, I like something about the second movie after all.
Yeah.
I think it was the second.
Was it? It's been a while since I've seen them.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I don't need to watch I can't watch them.
No,
like over and over. And over.
Nobody can.
The other ones I can. I can watch them several times a year if I wanted to.
I bet I've watched Rogue One more times than I've watched any of the prequels.
Yeah.
And it just came out, 2 years ago? 3 years ago? Something like that?
No, it was last year.
2 years?
It was last year.
Okay, so last year.
Yeah, a year ago.
Yeah, and I've already watched it more than I've watched the prequels.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's not good, man.
I'm just trying to find...
that's not good.
And since it's been a while, I'm trying to figure out if there's something that is good. Like it...
Oh, yeah, the lightsaber fight at the end is
that was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the saving grace for the first one.
Sure. I just think I think it's not. I don't know. I hate to say. I almost want to say it's underrated. Is that you know what I mean? Like I think it's bad, but I
think it's underappreciated.
Okay, that's
maybe underappreciated.
I think it's better than most people give it credit for. Well, I just don't think it's not great by any means. Don't get me wrong.
Here's one way to look at it, and I know this is going to sound mean to it, but if it wasn't for the prequels being as, I'm not going to say bad, but not as good. If it wasn't for them being not as good as the originals, you wouldn't respect the originals so much.
Well, right. Sure.
Because I mean that is,
but to be fair,
the originals were really, really hard to follow.
Well, the originals were very good. I don't want to take that away from them, but also we do put the originals up on such a pedestal.
Oh yeah,
and we'll get into this further later. This is going to be repeated. I'm sure, but like we put them up so far up on a pedestal, that's why we're all having a hard time thinking anything about the prequels are good or that the new ones are even good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, see, I put the original 3 way high up on a pedestal.
You do. Everybody does.
But I still really like all the new ones.
Yeah,
I really like them. I mean, I would put them up there.
here's the thing. There's things, and we'll talk about it.
I would put. Man, there's not many. I don't know how to explain it to you guys. Like, I was so mad when they came out.
That's crazy. Like when you're young, like you don't really worry. I don't remember worrying about shit being like that bad when I was young. You know what I mean?
Mad. See, I was going into the Phantom Menace. I didn't even.
I can see it as an adult.
I knew nothing about Darth Maul. Nothing about Darth Maul.
No.
And then,
but he looked awesome.
I was a huge fan already
Oh,
because
yeah.
they put, like I was telling you guys before we started recording, they had his face on soda cans, lunchboxes,
dude. I was
shirts,
in love, dude. I loved it.
backpacks.
One of the most badass looking characters.
Yeah.
And
he was in the movie for what, 7 minutes?
Yeah, 10, I think, 10 or 11.
Was it 10?
It might have been 7. Yeah, 7 to 11.
Yeah.
Minutes.
And he was in it for 7 to 11 minutes.
He had like
and then dies.
2 lines of dialogue.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert, he dies.
Yeah,
it was garbage.
He
it
did.
was straight up garbage.
He did.
He had the coolest
weapon.
moment. He had the coolest weapon. He had the coolest moves.
He's fast as shit.
Yeah.
Acrobatic. He killed Qui-Gon.
Yeah, took out a Jedi.
And he should.
He took out a Jedi. He did. I mean, and you should. Because he had to go on to do Taken and save his daughter.
Well, Liam Neeson, he has had his moments where I have liked him. Like 80% of the time, I would say he's like terrible. He's the same character in every movie.
I'll give him a little bit better number than
really?
I think he's better. Yeah,
really. I wouldn't.
I fall in between the two.
I think he's.
I think he's a 60-40.
I think he's
good,
the same
good to
character in every movie.
Oh well, yeah. Now
this one he changed a little bit because he had long hair.
But we weren't overexposed to Liam Neeson back then, and I
no, but I already knew who he was because I really liked him in Next of Kin.
Yeah,
I kind of liked that his character had a rebellious spirit in this. Like,
yeah,
he's like, hey, I'm going to train him myself.
Yeah,
you guys suck.
Yeah, you guys aren't going to listen to me. So yeah.
But that's like the only time I really cared for him in this movie.
Now didn't they have Puppet Yoda in the first one? The
original,
original,
it was bad.
The original, yeah.
Well, in Phantom, I'm talking about in Phantom Menace, he was bad.
Yeah. But it was a puppet, right?
Right.
And at least in the first run, did they change that in the CGI?
I don't know.
In the later releases,
I haven't watched the newer releases.
I need to look at the new releases, and I think they changed because I think they changed a lot of that stuff. I want to say I know they did in some of the other stuff. Like that, they added a lot of CGI in the re-release of the DVDs of the original trilogy.
Really?
Oh, God, you didn't see that?
I've watched some.
They added like the 2001 releases. They added the CGI.
Oh yeah, the 2001
or 99 or whatever it was. Yeah,
I think it was 2001.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one. It was such a big deal because
some of them look better. Some of the stuff. Does
I remember
look better.
everybody.
I know it's sacrilege.
I remember everybody making a big deal out of Mos Eisley because they added a whole shit ton of stuff to the city.
They did add more characters and then took away some other stuff. So I mean, I get the purist thing, so I get that.
Yeah.
But that stuff was so like random and side. It doesn't fucking matter. Like some of that stuff looks better.
Yeah.
I think some of the new digital effects looks better. But they didn't have to. I think the only edit that I hated the most out of all of it was them adding in the no scream from Vader when he picks up the Emperor.
Oh yeah.
No, and then he kills him. I hate that. Like you didn't have to add that.
No. I agree.
Or if you had to add dialogue at all you had to do was just have him say no, and you know what I mean. Like if you had, he shouldn't have had to say anything. His actions spoke for him.
Yeah.
But you could have done it in a less cheesier way.
Yeah. It was so Hamlet.
Yeah,
it was like Hamlet in the Park type shit.
Oh, it was ridiculous. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
That's exactly what I thought it sounded like.
Anything else about one that you liked or hated?
No.
I mean, just Darth Maul. Yeah. Darth Maul. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Darth Maul saved it.
No, I
Jar
did
Jar's
like.
bad.
I did like
too much politics.
I did like Owen McGregor.
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan whatever.
Owen McGregor.
Whatever.
Ewan Wilson.
You know what? I'll call you whatever I want.
Yeah. Obi-Wan Jesus.
Yeah. Obi-Wan.
Obi Jesus.
Yeah. Obi.
I'm
Call him Obi.
Obi.
But no, yeah, I did like him. I wasn't really a big fan of Liam Neeson. Not really. I mean, I didn't know anything about him, and I felt like they didn't really explore much about him in the movie. You know what I mean?
And so character development.
Yeah. So I didn't really care much when he died, and I thought they could have done a better job making you give a shit about the guy that's supposed to be this big.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be this big thing,
I
think
it's kind of a bait and switch where, it's really about Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
These movies are, and they made it look like it was going to be about this guy.
Well, it's about Obi-Wan and Anakin.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Skywalker story. Anakin. All right. Episode 2. Bringing in your favorite actor of all time, Hayden Christensen.
I really do. Okay, I got to say this before we get started. I feel really bad for him. I really do. Because he came in and he did a job. He did what George Lucas wanted him to do, and everybody hates his guts because of it.
I don't hate his guts. I think there was some bad acting in there.
I done said that I feel bad for him.
But you hate him.
But I hate his guts. I
feel bad that I hate him, but I have to fucking hate him.
This is the worst thing that's ever been put on a movie screen.
Yeah, I have to fucking hate him. You got to understand this.
Oh my God. Okay. Kylo Ren is an amazing bad guy that a lot of people don't like because he's whiny.
Okay.
And Anakin Skywalker was more whiny when he was a good guy.
That is one of the main reasons I cannot stand Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's like the whole movie is like 90% him whining.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Him and Padme being really
weird.
Yeah, weird.
Oh my God!
What the hell was that little float tunnel, like that, like little tunnel of love style little float down the river? What was
creepy?
That?
Is what it was.
Yeah,
it was creepy.
Take the glass. Creepy. Creepy. Let me tell you, Buster.
Let me tell you about it. It's creepy. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't like. I don't like anything about it. I don't like anything. None of it.
I mean, the stuff at the end was okay. Like the fight and shit was pretty cool. Like that was all good shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the fight was pretty good.
Yeah. What do you think of Christopher Lee as Count Dooku?
Christopher Lee's good.
I actually like him.
Mm-hmm. Despite him being way old for the.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I thought he was a little old for it, but.
I like Dooku.
But Dooku was really cool.
Yeah, I like Dooku.
And I love that they called him Count.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did too. Too. That's great.
Yeah.
Count Dooku. That's a good fucking Sith name, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, he was probably one of the only things I liked about it. I mean, other than the fight at the end.
Yeah, the fight was pretty cool. But other than that, I mean, and Darth Maul, I want to point out, actually came back in the Clone Wars show.
Yeah,
and in Rebels.
Yeah.
Did you see that at the end? Did you see that in the Rebels?
Mm-mm.
Spoiler alert! They just released.
No, I haven't watched.
All right, I don't know how long it's been released, but Obi-Wan kills him on Tatooine.
Really?
Yeah, he says he comes to Tatooine and he's got his legs and shit, but he's like, he
his
said,
regular legs.
I think, yeah, but he's like why are you here? He's like, what are you doing out here? Basically, I'm paraphrasing, but by yourself, and he's like, it's like you have a purpose here. And he said, "What are you protecting?" He said, "Better yet, who are you protecting?"
But Darth Maul, you ain't got no legs.
And then but as soon as he done that, Obi-Wan lights the saber. They have barely even a scuffle. Like he throws a couple swings and then fucking goes down. Like Obi-Wan's gray by this point because it's later on.
Yeah. But
he fucking takes him down.
Huh.
And then at the end, he's laying in Obi-Wan's arms, and he says, "Just tell me something. Is he the chosen one?" And Obi-Wan says, "Yes, he is." And he said, "Then he'll avenge us all." And then he dies.
Huh.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
This is how good Attack of the Clones is. We are more intrigued by an episode of the Clone Wars.
The cartoons.
Yeah.
That are canon.
Dude,
canon.
Clone Wars is awesome.
Yeah, Clone Wars is fucking awesome.
That's what's bad. What's so bad about the the prequels is the cartoon that takes place at the same time as the prequels is 10 times better. 10 times. It is friggin' awesome, dude.
It is awesome.
If you can get over the weird Nickelodeon style,
the cartoonist art. Yeah.
If you can get past that,
yeah.
Clone Wars is awesome.
Phenomenal.
I haven't really
watched Rebels yet. I've just
I've
watched a little bit of Rebels.
I've only watched a tiny bit of Rebels. I haven't watched the whole.
Yeah, I haven't either. Just other than the end.
It's hard to get my son to sit down and watch.
Well, then right after that, Obi-Wan goes and sees, and Luke is like a little kid running.
Yeah,
stuff like so. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It sounds.
I need to watch it. It's really cool.
Just that one scene sounds 10 times better than episode 2 at least.
Episode 2, yeah.
At least.
I don't want to spend any more time on episode 2.
No,
I think we spent way more time on one.
Yeah, I hate even the big scene at the end in the pit where you're supposed to care about these people. I'm cheering for the weird looking beast to kill them and just relieve us of this entire series.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like that's it's weird that we can sit and talk more about one and try to come up with something that we like better, which we do still like a little bit better than 2. 2 is just bad.
Yeah.
I don't know if people talk about it enough. It's bad.
It was coyote sex at its best. Hayden Christensen was hanging out outside the hole and howling.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Now 3, on the other hand, I did like.
Really?
And it's not amazing. There's a lot of bugaboos I'm going to talk about, but it is. I did like it for the most part. I had a lot better feelings about it. I had a lot better feelings about it than.
See, I think 3 is the best one.
Oh, sure.
I still don't think it's good. It has way better scenes. To me, it's got way better fighting.
Now that the new ones are out, it is now moved into the bottom of the list.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's better than the other 2, but it's still bottom. The prequels are still at the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
But when it came out, I liked it.
Yeah.
And I still kind of like it.
I can see that.
I still kind of like it. Because, it was the turn, man. There's a lot of things I liked and a lot of things. We still quote the movie. I still make fun of the movie, but in a good way,
Yeah.
Palpatine's got some of the best lines in that movie, as ridiculous as they are. I always like to mock him. One of my favorite scenes with him is still when Mace Windu was talking to him and he says, "I am the Senate."
Yeah.
That's still one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie.
I like Yoda.
See, I do and I don't.
Yeah.
Like
I love Chewbacca too.
I like Chewbacca.
I love that they had him. I like the fact that Chewbacca was there when all this shit was going on, and then he's there in the originals too, but you didn't know that he was.
I'd forgot Sam Jackson was in this.
Yeah.
Tired of these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday Friday plane.
Yeah, yeah. Mace Windu was actually really cool, and I seen
he died in a bitch way though.
He did die in a bitch way, but. And he didn't like that.
But that actually made me care. The scene made me care because you wanted Anakin to die because you were so pissed that Hayden Christensen.
He doesn't have to be dead. This is Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? Mace Windu could be alive. Sam Jackson could come back with his purple lightsaber.
I hope he does,
dude. I love they let him pick the color purple for his lightsaber. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that is
awesome. Just to be different. Yeah,
I think he's probably one of the most overrated actors of all time because
he's in everything.
He's in everything.
Yeah,
and he's never really that good. Like he's got a select few movies that he's very, very good in, and then most other movies he's in, he's not good at all. He's just there to say motherfucker, and that's it.
Oh yeah.
But this, I am glad that they had him come in and they let him use the purple lightsaber.
Yeah,
I thought that was
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, like he was in the RoboCop remake, and there was no good reason for it. They just needed a guy.
Yeah, exactly. They just needed a guy.
They just needed a weird guy from the 90s.
RoboCop had commercials in it, so
let's put this fucking guy in it. He's gonna sell some shit.
No, I mean he's had his moments where
he's a very
good.
He's a very loud, obnoxious, notable character and things, even though he's very similar in almost every movie.
People forget A Time to Kill, man. Dude, you want to talk about good?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
You want to talk about good? That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's not good. That's exceptional acting. That's exceptional.
Yeah.
The whole cast, even McConaughey, exceptional.
Yeah.
Talking about exceptional acting, let's talk about Natalie Portman dying of a broken heart.
Okay.
Ooh, Anakin,
Okay.
you're breaking my heart.
Okay. There was like, I think the only two good actors in this entire movie was Ewan McGregor.
Owen, you mean?
Owen McGregor, yes. Owen McGregor. And the guy who plays Palpatine.
Yeah.
Palpatine.
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know, man. It'd be hard. It would be hard to act that you're dying from a broken heart. You got to give that to Natalie. You got to give that to Natalie.
That's all on Lucas or whoever wrote that. That's the worst thing. You want to talk Jar Jar Binks or the Senate or whatever? That's the worst thing I've ever seen in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. And then, like to top that all off, they take one of her twins and they make her a princess for a whole planet, and then they take the other one and make him a slave boy on a planet, on a desert planet.
Throw him on a piece of shit
planet.
planet.
He's got an aunt and uncle that live on this junk ass desert planet. Throw him in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Take the girl, let her be a princess on this beautiful planet.
Yeah, Darth Vader will never find her as a complete public figure on this planet ever.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
God.
That's insane to me.
Right after their mom dies.
Right after their mom dies
of a
crying.
broken heart.
Yeah.
And there's another no.
Yeah.
Oh, the best one. That's the best one.
Well, that's the sound clip that they used, I believe, in the movie. That's the same sound clip. I'm almost positive. No, like that's ridiculous.
Oh, shit.
Who fucking thought of that?
George Lucas, you're making Willow look like a masterpiece.
I'm gonna blame Lucas, even if it wasn't him.
It was George Lucas.
It probably was because he's the one that decided to add that fucking amazing sound clip in Jedi.
He's a weird guy.
Oh, he's a fucking.
He's a weird.
You want to talk about overrated? Everybody,
yeah.
George Lucas overrated.
Yeah.
He gave us this series, but he fucked it up.
He's given us a lot. He has given us a lot.
Sure.
And then he's done his god dang best to destroy everything that he's given.
Let me tell you something. Here's a good comparison.
I'm getting mad now.
Let's
I'm gonna boot George Lucas on the head.
Okay, well, you could too.
I'm going to.
Okay, here's a good comparison, and not many people will get this. This is just between us. But he is like the Vince Russo of filmmaking.
Oh, yes. Yeah, he
bro,
is.
Bro, come on, bro.
Bro. Okay, let me tell you something. My side, bro. Okay, so Vince Russo needed a filter like Vince McMahon to make his ideas good.
He needed it.
George Lucas has amazing ideas, good things, but he needs like Indiana Jones. He had Spielberg.
Yep.
Indiana Jones wouldn't have been Indiana Jones without Spielberg.
Yep, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
It took both of them to make Indiana Jones. It also took both of them to rape the series, almost destroy the Indiana Jones.
Go on a Cornette rant. Come on.
In one movie,
one fucking movie. With aliens and Shia LaBeouf.
Exactly. You put
since we're raping everybody's names.
You only got room in an Indiana Jones movie for one bullshit piece of shit thing. Okay. You can't put Shia LaBeouf and aliens in the same movie. You can't do it.
I want to just butcher everybody's name now. Emperor Ovaltine.
Side of beef.
Yeah. Emperor Ovaltine, please.
I'm not like, dude, come on. George Lucas.
He straight up needs a filter, dude.
He is a genius.
In a way.
But he's also a genius that whenever he comes up with his original idea, he needs to sell that idea to someone else and let them continue it. Because when he keeps
figure on the back, like the executive producer kind of guy.
When he tries to keep his intellectual properties going, he hurts them. He destroys them.
Well, I think as a visionary, you need to find somebody who can match your vision, who can understand your vision, but be a better filmmaker and help you put that vision on screen. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
George Lucas is not a director, in my opinion.
Like he did with Irving Kershner for
right. I think he's a visionary. I think he's got great ideas. I think he needs somebody who can put those on screen better.
Yeah, I agree.
Does that make sense?
And I love your Vince Russo analogy.
That's a good analogy.
I think it's dead on.
Yeah.
It is dead on.
Yeah. not many people get that. But
no, he needed. He needs a guy like McMahon.
Vince Russo.
You know what George Lucas needs? He needs Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Yeah, directly.
Not someone like him. He needs him.
Needs WWE Studios.
Yeah, we need WWE Studios Star Wars is what we need. We need Triple H. We need Paul Triple H Levesque as a Jedi.
He needs to be the bad guy in the new Indiana Jones movie. And WWE Studios needs to produce.
His lightsaber could double as a golden shovel.
Yeah, exactly. Bury that motherfucker. Whoop. Yeah, no one's gonna get these references, but that's okay. Somebody.
Bro, can we talk about?
Come on, bro.
Yeah, let's talk about my side, okay, bro?
Let's talk about the lightsaber fights, bro.
He goes down and destroys WCW because he has no filter. But he made WWF better because he had Vince McMahon as a filter, who is a visionary himself, who is a fucking promoter.
The only problem I have with your analogy there is I think you're giving Russo way too much credit as a visionary.
Hold on a second. No, Vince McMahon's a visionary. Mm-hmm. I get what you're saying. Yeah,
I think there was a lot of right place, right time.
Yep, I think
stuff
so
there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. His ideas.
Russo did come up with an old lady giving birth to a hand.
Yeah, but he also come up with things too that we like. So
he gave us more crap than he did good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But even the bad stuff
was still entertainment.
And even some of the bad stuff was made better by other people who were there. It was his filter, right? Yeah. Who called the shot.
He's just a straight up pig. Like he's a sexist.
Oh, I ain't worried about that. I just think I don't give a fuck about that. I just think
you know what I mean. Like that's.
Oh, he's just
and
an
that's
idiot.
what people liked back then. It was edgy. It was too edgy for me, man. That was Russo.
I'm a Cornette guy, and I still want to go into a Cornette impersonation, but I'm trying to stay PG-13.
I know that's what I was thinking when you was telling me to do a Cornette.
Vince Russo's a piece of shit.
I'm like, how do I do this without getting like
George Lucas is a piece of shit.
Well, that's how it be.
No, he's not.
George Lucas. You're a piece of shit. Your movies are terrible.
Yeah.
You don't make them like they used to in Smoky Mountain.
Yeah, Smoky Mountain make better films any day of the week. I'm a Democrat. This stupid random Jim Cornette shit. Okay, we need to get back to Star Wars.
Yeah, let's do that.
Star Wars. There's a good analogy though. I thought
it was a very good analogy.
It's still related to what our topic at hand is.
Yes.
So George Lucas.
I might have to put a chew in. So
don't get me wrong, I like George Lucas, but he's not as good as people want him back now because of these other.
I'll fight him. I'll fight him to the death right now. I will.
Exhibit A, B, and C.
Yeah,
right there.
Exactly.
I'll boot both of them motherfuckers on the head. Mm-hmm. Okay, so
what's the name of the half robot guy that fights
General Grievous?
I love
that's
that
cool.
part of the movie.
That's cool, man. He's cool as shit.
Grievous?
Yes.
I love Grievous.
Yeah.
Wasn't he full robot?
He might have been. Well, he had like a heart and lungs or something.
Oh, yeah. Well, dude, the 4 arms and shit was awesome as fuck. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so the thing about 3, though, I think the whole build-up from 3 was really good because it felt like a whole different movie.
Yeah, it did.
Like, the style was very similar to the other 2 because they all fit in this nice package, but I think the build-up and the story was better. It made everything, because it was all leading, like, this was the turn of Anakin. That's all this movie was about, pretty much, and that was good. You've seen the Jedi fall. You've seen Padme's health and psyche somehow fall to the point of her death, but
somehow Padme got on Natalie Portman in real life psychic level.
Yeah. I could just literally die.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
that's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm out of here.
I can remember thinking when this movie,
fucking Last Action Hero, 2 days to retirement.
When this movie came out, I can remember thinking they really missed the boat by not using Back in Black and just showing clips of Vader.
Yeah, that would be
because that's what everybody was waiting for.
Oh yeah,
that would have been great.
Yeah, they seriously need to make just a Vader movie.
Oh, straight up, just Vader only, killing everybody,
Kill everybody.
Yeah,
like just go nuts, just destroying planets.
Yeah,
flying in on his special TIE fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Just kill everybody.
Yeah,
everybody.
Yeah, hell yeah, just killing everybody.
That's what I want to see.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Yeah. I want to see a
here's the
movie.
thing, we
I want
have-
to see a movie where Darth Vader just calls people on the phone, chokes them to death, and hangs up.
Dude, that would be awesome.
Prank call, bitch.
Yeah.
What the?
Who that new Darth is that? You?
God damn it, Darth!
God damn it, Darth.
That's what I want to see.
We're getting off topic again, or we're getting.
Oh no, we're still talking.
I mean, we are. We're getting out of hand though. We're getting out of hand. Damn it, Andrew Corrales. You better get the lasso. Rope us back in.
Oh shoot! Shoot a monkey.
Shoot a monkey.
No, I did like 3 though. Three's definitely my favorite.
Okay, so what was your favorite moments of 3? And what's your worst moments of 3?
I think I've already said them.
Yeah.
Well, I think Grievous was probably my favorite, and that's really funny because like my favorite part of all 3 of the prequels were the villains.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I love.
And
the
I didn't
villains,
even
period.
like Palpatine that
Dude. Okay, so
Ovaltine.
Ovaltine. Yeah. Emperor Ovaltine.
Yeah.
I think the coolest thing. Not the coolest thing, obviously, but I think the coolest thing about the movie was the turn, like everything just descending into chaos slowly, them killing the Jedi. Okay, him killing the fucking younglings. The only bad thing about him killing the younglings,
he must have been wasted.
Yeah, the only thing bad about him killing the younglings is the fact that they called them younglings.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Yeah,
I don't know what's worse, getting murdered or being called a youngling.
yeah, being murdered and call a youngling after. Well, not even that. It's Owen McGregor's fucking reaction to it at the end. He killed younglings. And he covers his mouth. He killed younglings when he was trying to explain to Padme.
He was in real life. He was trying not to laugh as he was reading.
I guarantee
the script.
it. I guarantee
He's
it.
like, "What,
Padme? He killed younglings." Oh, it's like over the top Mike Myers Wayne's World thing.
I do think the lightsaber fight at the end of the movie may be my second favorite one in the whole series. So far.
Really?
Oh, really?
Really?
Ooh. Okay, that's good. Okay, here's the thing. There's very good and very bad in that.
Maybe I need to see it again. But
Okay, here's the thing. Most of it was good. Some of it was fucking terrible. There was literally a moment in time where they clashed lightsabers 2 or 3 times. They did it bam, 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 and then they fucking whipped it around. Like did some kind of crazy
without touching.
It was just stupid,
Yeah.
and then they lock it again. Then they fucking hit them and lock them.
Yeah.
Like just turn, flip and lock them. Don't but they just literally fucking did this.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the stupidest fucking thing. We'll have to show you again.
Yeah.
Because it's awful, dude. Like there was that's way too much.
Oh, way.
And then they're floating around the lava on these little pieces of fucking metal or whatever, and these little platforms, and that's fine, but it was just like a little too much. Second worst part about that battle was Hayden's dialogue, and it wasn't even the dialogue; it was the delivery of it.
See, I didn't even care about the whole dance fight thing, with the lightsabers where they weren't touching. I didn't even care about that because I mean, I love the sound. I know it sounds really stupid, but I think the sound
whipping
is really
in the
cool.
air, yeah, that's pretty cool.
But
It just looks stupid.
Hayden's dialogue during the fight was terrible.
Well, at the end,
and McGregor's dialogue was awesome. Like his was really good and like emotional.
To me, the Jedi are evil. Then
and
you really are lost. I mean, that was good delivery. It was okay delivery by Owen McGregor.
Yeah,
but
crashing weddings.
Yeah, crashing his weddings and clashing them sabers. No. It was pretty good delivery on Ewan's part, but when he said that was kind of but it was at the end when he said, "I got the high ground, don't try."
Yeah, I was going to say
like,
that.
You underestimate my power.
Yeah, like
did you have to deliver it that way?
Really?
Like, were you told that, or did you just do that on your own? Because either way, it's bad.
Oh, he was young enough then. I guarantee they told him everything to do.
I think his look, like when he had his eyes were turning. By the end, his eyes were turning like an orange and with the red outline. That was cool looking. And him, like, in the fucking hood and shit.
I thought he
really
looked
good.
awesome.
He looked good.
He did look good.
I thought Hayden looked really good.
At the end.
Yeah, he looked really good at the end. But his delivery just got worse.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to be so angry and it just was not coming across.
And that's your director has to fix that.
Yeah, that's the director.
Well, here's the thing. In my opinion, you only had to just be like, I think you underestimate my power. like in just in a stern way. I think you underestimate my power.
And instead of being like,
you underestimate my power.
Yeah, instead of being like that, that's exactly how he said it.
That's exactly how he said it, dude.
Exactly how he said it.
One day when I'm really hating myself, I'll watch this.
I'll show it to you right now.
Instead of delivering it like that, he should have been like really cocky about it and been like, I think you're underestimating my power.
Well, he could just been bitch. Like I said, he should have. I think he had more charisma a little bit than Darth Vader does, because when he's Vader, he's broken. You know what I mean? He's a broken man, and he's just fucking evil. He's just calm and he's calm and evil. He's broken Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
But I just think his delivery and his charisma is just bad in this case. I really do. We're getting wild. This is getting a little wild.
This is Macho Man's podcast, okay?
Yeah,
we got 2 more series to go, people.
Yeah. We're wild. Because I'm wild. Anyway. I just think, I don't know. I really think they could have done much better with him. In a way, he deserves the shit.
Oh, yeah.
But I think at the same time,
I don't think he deserves it near as much as George Lucas. So I don't know why I'm doing this.
Yeah. I think whoever's given direction or whoever decided to keep that take was
you're gonna force undo everything you just saw.
I'm gonna undo.
Yeah, spin around the world.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna Superman this shit. I'm gonna spin around the world until I reverse.
I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna save you, Hayden. No one will hate you anymore. No one will ever hate you again.
No, I do feel bad for him because this movie, he was a young kid when he was doing these movies.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's only done a couple other movies since.
Yeah, because it ruined his career.
Yeah, like pretty well.
Like he was up and coming star.
I think that for the most part, this movie did what it needed to do. But there are enough little bitty quirks in the movie that it's so ridiculous that I can't help but make fun of it a little bit.
Yeah, because
it's just silly. It could have been so much greater. But that you could say that about all of them. I mean, most of them. I still think this is one of the weakest of the bunch. The first 3 are the weakest, or the prequels are the weakest.
Yeah. Well, I know, like this one didn't make me mad like the other 2 did. So.
No, I mean it was. Let me put it this way: it was good enough, especially when I first seen it, that it made me feel what I needed to feel.
Yeah.
You hated to see Vader turn, but it was going to happen, and you still hated to see it. You hated to see everybody else's reaction and what they had to go through, because when the Republic fell and the Empire took over pretty well and everyone and the Jedi were gone, like, it was a bad fucking thing.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you felt it. You kind of felt that. So I don't think they did a really, really bad job at delivering that. I just think there was enough things that I like to make fun of in hindsight because it's been so long.
I was really surprised by how dark George Lucas went on this
movie. The third one?
Yeah. Because up until this one, he'd been all happy-go-lucky, even when people died, it was happy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
I don't know, and that sounds goofy, but it was.
Hey, nothing can be worse than the very first few James Bond movies. You remember that shit?
Yeah.
Like, every time somebody, like a supporting character would die, he was just like, oh, well, let's move on.
Yep.
Like, I just watched You Only Live Twice last night, and and like literally, there's 2 deaths in the movie where he's like, "Oh, well, okay."
Yeah. Man.
The main one when the poison went in her mouth, and he looks upset, like shocked, but he was just like, "Oh, well, I mean, it killed her. She's dead. Well, we got to go do this.
Yeah. That's one reason I kind of like Connery as Bond, because he's kind of a bastard.
Oh, he's an asshole.
Oh,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. I love it. It just don't get me wrong. It was just like there was no depth to that. It was just like, show goes on. She knew what she was doing. She was a spy.
He's not dying of no broken heart.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there ain't no broken hearts here. He just whatever.
He
cares at the time. He cares when they're together, but he don't care like
Lazenby. You could say he lost his mind there at the end of.
Okay, now that was a good ending.
Yeah, but like right after he gets back in and he sees that she was shot. And he just puts her head down in his lap.
Just holds her, yeah.
And the cop pulls up. That's weird, dude.
He was
that whole part's
up.
weird because he's just fucked. Because he's like, it's okay. she's just taking a nap, or she's just tired.
Yeah, she's
just tired. Like that whole
Like you
part,
couldn't
I was
believe
like,
it.
oh my God, this is so creepy. I don't want to watch this no more.
It made you uncomfortable because, well, you should have felt as shocked as he was.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, I was too. Anyway, I don't know. I think we're pretty much running close to time already because we've got so far off subject.
I don't know how.
I don't either. I mean, no, we stayed on course.
Yeah, the whole time.
The whole time. I mean, Vince Russo had everything to do with this series. But so we're gonna have to now split this and do another part. So we'll just have to do that. No. So yeah. Anyway, I guess we're just gonna have to wrap this up and do a second part too. Well, we're gonna do probably 3 parts because we got a lot more Star Wars to cover, and maybe we won't get so sidetracked, but we probably will.
More than likely.
Yeah. So we're gonna wrap this up, and we will see you in a part 2 for the original trilogy.